waaw asalaamaaleykum waa Sénégal asalaamaaleykum rawatina waa Kaolack gi ma dëkk foofu di ziar Mbirina Baye di wax ne man doomu Kaolack bi maay nuyoo di nuyu samay mbokk artiste samay nijaay samay mag samay papa kër kilifa diine yeeg ñëpp di ñaanal ñi tëdd ci hôpitaux yi yàlla leen yàlla yëkkati tey nag dama may gan kii di sama ndeejoor sama producteur la. C'est un grand claviste donc mu ñëw à partir de Berlin kii ci sama loxo càmmeñ mu ngi jógee Londres donc moom lañ doon wone mu nekk mu yore instrument bu doy waar boo xam ne que maanaam dañ ko bëgg a woon gars yi le 8 janvier fële ci hôtel Onomo mu nekk soirée bu am solo soirée bi nag ñun la ak Baba Maal ak Pape Diouf dina yàgg dina métti so Arun, how are you?
You know what? I'm feeling pretty good because we've got this concert coming up, and for me, it's the perfect start to a new year.
So, how's the travel to leave Berlin to come arrive to Senegal? Is hard or not?
You know, like nothing's hard if you don't want it to be. If you want to be somewhere and you want to do it, you put your mind to it. And I think when you invited me for coming here, I knew that I had to find a way here. Maybe I'll be a little bit late. Maybe, you know, there will be some problems and things we have to get past because of the environment we're in. But the main thing is to be here to make some music. So it was good, you know.
Yeah, so what do you think for, because Jeri, we have Jeri Studio and Jeri TV and Jeri Band. Of course, you know Jeri Band. That's why you produce Jeri. So what do you think for that?
What I'm thinking is that, you know, like I had an introduction earlier this year and also the year before. Purely an introduction. But when you have an introduction to something and it's incredible or amazing or even life-changing, the only thing I can think of is how to make the most of this situation. So now I'm in a feeling that of pure excitement, joy, also nervousness, because we know that we want to do something very special. So we want to be here, we want to be healthy, we want to practice, we want to sound good. So the main thing is, like the main feeling is to be ready, you know, to be ready.
Yeah, so what do you think for right now, because everything is closed from the music, you know, I'm going to be like, I have 4 months, 5 months in Berlin. It's very hard, you know, because no festival, no concert, you know, it's just like if you have something to do it, you just go into for the studio, but it's not too many people. It's just like 4 people, 3 people, something like that. So what do you think for something like about this year? It's very difficult for the musician.
You know, this is a really interesting question in the sense that sometimes that when an artist needs to reach the next level of their ability, sometimes they have to lock themselves in a room and practice, you know. And yes, before you were touring around the world playing with the best artists, Yusuf N'Dour, Baba Mal, you're playing with the best people, and I was also playing with incredible artists. But we were forced to stay at home. We were forced to think of new ways or new songs and practice. You know, it's difficult, but also for a musician to be locked inside a studio to work and practice and create new stuff, this is a good thing. This means that once we get past the difficult time, we're gonna be better musicians, and also people are gonna be ready to listen. They want to hear the music because they haven't had. I think it's the same for the audience and the musician. We're gonna be better, and they're gonna be more interested to hear. You know, I get goosebumps thinking about it.
But because it's not easy to, if you are the produce the many artists, it's not easy. it's very difficult to get your money, to take your studio,
Mhm.
to take your time for the mixing,
Mm.
for sell the people.
No, this is
For
terrible.
yeah, it's very terrible
I think-
because sometimes it's very difficult to find the good way
Mm.
to the booking engineer, whatever, something like that.
Mm.
But you take your energy and many things. So what do you think for that? And with the new generation,
I think I think for also for the generation that were touring before, I think we have to also represent the new generation and explain to them that even though that you have to stop performing, you have a time, you have an opportunity now to perfect your art. Look, nothing will replace the real thing. Nothing replaces what we've lost. What we had is not with us now, so you can't replace that. But the best thing we can do is, as musicians who were there in the past, is create what we're doing, what you're doing with Jeri Studio, the Jeri TV. Luckily, you have the opportunity to keep things moving. So when the opportunity arrives, when we can perform outside again, then the new talent can come and the new musicians can come. All they have to do is just keep working, and because it's going to happen, you know. I hope, inshallah, no? Yeah.
so Aaron, thank you so much. I'm so happy. So I have my left, my best brother, Samuel. Samuel is come from London because it's the first time him is coming to Senegal. So welcome to Senegal.
Thank you for having me, man. I'm glad to be here. Very glad to be here.
So in the day when you arrive to today,
Yes.
so what do you think for Senegal?
So far, I think, like, because I've been to many countries in Africa, you know, but so far, for my opinion for here is very calm. The people seem very peaceful. Seems like a beautiful country, you know. I really like the vibe here, you know, like as opposed to some other countries I've been to Africa where it's a bit more aggressive, a bit more like dodgy. Here it just feels, I like this place, you know.
So you know, Senegal is like everybody is calling is Réewum Teranga. Donc Senegal, I think they have a many opportunity for the music because we have like Serer, we have Alpular, Wolof, Casamance, Mandeng. You know, we have many things different. You know, so you come in here for Jeri and the big show for on the 8th.
Yeah.
So on the 8th, Hotel Onomo. So what do you bring for the people?
So I'm basically going to bring a taste of where I'm from. I'm from London, but the instrument I'm playing, the steel drum, is from the Caribbean. So even though it's a steel drum from the Caribbean, it still is derived from the drum because it was all the way back from when the slaves were taken to the Caribbean. They used to play the drums, but the drums were taken away because they realized that they could communicate with each other with drums over a long distance. So they took the drums away. So then, like being very, I guess, smart and proud of what we do and our heritage, they found another way to make music. You know, the first thing was a thing called tambu bamboo, where they played bamboo sticks like drums on the floor. You know, and this progressed to something called iron bands, where they would play any bits of metal you could find. So it could be a car wheel, it could be a radiator, it could be a sink, just making rhythms, you know, but African rhythms, you know, like same. And this eventually got developed into the steel drum, where it's percussive, but it's also melodic. So I have like 32 notes on my instrument, you know, and it's like tuned to 440, just like any Western instrument. So it allows me to play with any sort of band, you know.
So is your first time you have chance to mix the African drums and your instrument, and talking drum and sabar?
I think this might be the first time I've played like with African drums before. I've no, maybe a few times because I played with a saxophonist, Courtney Pine, and in the early days, the first projects, we had a guy playing talking drum, we had African drums, you know, but it's not been for a long time, you know, and it's not as authentic as like I heard what you were playing. I was like, that's the real thing, man. Bakane. I was like, what? I had to stop and say, Jesus.
But I hope on the 8th, everybody is going to be happy because on the 8th, it's me and you.
Yes.
Yeah, of course, we have something is very new because I'm working with like more than 15 songs with Aaron. It's not ready yet, but we prepare for present the Jeri album. Is very important for my career. Of course, it's very important because I'm working for like 3-4 years. So I hope we try to do something together. Then after the show,
I would absolutely love that, you know, because just being back in Africa, just it brings my spirit alive, you know. Like I live in London, but I know that I shouldn't really be there. You know, my spirit doesn't feel like that's home. When I come to Africa or the Caribbean, I feel like yes, I'm home. This is, you know, so. Yeah, I hope
because that's why I say many people the travel is the experience. If you travel a lot, you have a big experience. But you know my English is very bad. I just try to explain it. No, because I'm never to go. I'm never to go into school because I'm travel with Baba Ma a lot. You know, like more than 15 years. So that's why if I travel, I just say the manager. So what is this? What is this? What is this? That's why I try to explain a little bit English. So I'm so happy. Jeri is happy. All the family, of course. So you are here. Everybody is waiting for on the 8th. So may wax sama mbokk sénégalais gars le 8 dina yag dina metti fele ci hôtel Onomo avec Pape Diouf du yomb. Avec Baba Mal du yomb, avec Aaron du yomb, donc ma leen wax avec Jeri tamit duñ leen may dara donc préparez les